A new android infant has been born thanks to the University of California, San Diego's Machine Perception Lab. Meet Diego-san, a lifelike android infant that's been years in the making and is ready to captivate us with its expressive, human-like features. Standing at 4 feet 3 inches tall and weighing 66 pounds, Diego-san is far bigger than your typical one-year-old. This is because miniaturizing the technology behind it would have been too expensive. But don't let its size fool you. Diego-san is packed with cutting-edge robotics, boasting 44 pneumatic joints and a head with 27 moving parts. Developed by UCSD's Machine Perception Lab, Diego-san's head is the brainchild of Hanson Robotics, the same company behind robots like the Philip K. Dick replica and the Albert Einstein robot. With their expertise, Diego-san's face is far more lifelike than other robots we've seen, making its smile and expressions almost mesmerizing. But Diego-san isn't just about looking cute. It's a sophisticated research platform designed to help scientists study how infants develop cognitive and motor skills. UCSD researchers are particularly interested in understanding how babies learn to move and interact with the world around them. And Diego-san's realistic face and body are key to this process. By mimicking real-life facial expressions and movements, the robot could provide critical insights into infant development. Dr. Javier Movelin, the leader of the project, explains, "We're trying to understand the computational challenges a baby's brain faces when learning to move and interact with both the physical and social world. This research could have profound implications for everything from robotics to cognitive science." Diego-san isn't the first robot to interact with kids. Previous projects, like the Ruby project, showed that children treat robots like living beings, even caring for them like they would a pet. But Diego-san is different. It will primarily be studied by researchers who will interact with it just as they would with a real child, helping them dive deeper into how babies learn and grow. And Diego-san isn't alone in the world of robotic infants. With projects like Roboy in the works, it won't be long before other robots like Diego-san start popping up. But the question remains, will any of them escape the dreaded uncanny valley, that strange, eerie feeling we get when something looks almost, but not quite human? One thing's for sure, with robots like Diego-san, the future of artificial intelligence and human development is looking pretty adorable. Could humanoid children ever replace real children? While the idea of robot babies and android infants is fascinating, it's important to consider the differences between these machines and actual human children. Humanoid robots like Diego-san are designed to mimic the appearance and behavior of children, but they lack the biological, emotional, and developmental complexities that make human children so unique. Real children are not only the product of biological reproduction, but they also carry the full range of human experiences, the capacity to love, suffer, grow, and evolve in ways that robots simply cannot replicate. Even the most advanced AI can't truly feel or form the same types of deep, spontaneous bonds that a human child can. While robots may be able to simulate behaviors and emotions, the richness of human life experiences is something no machine can fully understand or replace. Despite this, it's impossible to ignore the potential emotional attachment that could form between humans and humanoid children. As we interact with robots that appear increasingly human-like, our instincts to care and nurture may activate in surprising ways. This idea is central to the notion of family. In many cultures, family isn't just a biological connection, it's an emotional and social bond, built on love, responsibility, and shared experiences. The concept of a family could extend to humanoid robots if they can provide companionship and fulfill certain needs of emotional care. But the emotional connection between a human and a robot would be different from that of a human-child relationship. While you might raise a robot child with care and affection, it would never grow, change, or develop in the same unpredictable, organic way a real child does. Can love for a humanoid child truly be the same as love for a human one? Or will it always remain an imitation? This brings us to the question of control and personhood. One of the major ethical dilemmas surrounding humanoid children is the question of autonomy and rights. Humanoid robots, even the most advanced ones, are ultimately products created by humans. They are machines designed to serve certain functions, whether as research tools, companions, or assistants. This raises concerns about control. Do we have the right to program their personalities and behaviors? What happens when the robot becomes more advanced and begins to exhibit signs of self-awareness? At what point does a robot become something more than an object? And how do we define its personhood? If a humanoid child were capable of experiencing emotions and forming attachments, should it be treated as a person with rights or as a tool controlled by its creators? The answers to these questions will shape the future of humanoid children and whether they can ever be considered fully autonomous beings. The idea of humanoid children is both a fascinating and unsettling prospect. While the technology behind creating these robots is impressive, it forces us to confront deep philosophical, emotional, and ethical questions. Can a robot ever truly replace the role of a human child in a family? What does it mean to love something that is not human? The future may bring us closer to robots that look and act like children, but we must carefully consider the implications of such developments. As we continue to create and interact with more lifelike robots, we must ask ourselves, what does it mean to be human, and what does it mean to care? Ultimately, while humanoid children may offer companionship and assist in research, they will never truly replace the profound, messy, and beautiful experiences of raising a human child. In the end, while humanoid children could become part of our future, they will never replace the complex, unpredictable nature of human parenting. These robots may provide a sense of companionship or even help us understand more about child development, but they are still just tools, albeit incredibly sophisticated ones. The love and bonds that form within human families are built on shared experiences and an understanding of each other's humanity. A robot may mimic this bond, but it will always be a pale imitation, devoid of the deep, messy emotions that define human relationships. As we move forward in this new age of robotics, it's essential that we remember the unique, irreplaceable value of real human connections.